All right.
Oh, that reminds me, I forgot to post that. I know what I'm going to do though.
Huh.
Indrid,
Hmm.
there was a prompt before you. It says, "Welcome. You have been invited to the Celestial Menagerie by Susie. Press yes to create your celestial. The same goes for Eatsley. Both
Yeah.
instantaneous. It's almost like time stops.
Sure, we'll press yes.
Nice. Have you thought about a planet at all? Celestial object?
Yes. A comet.
Comet. What element type is this comet?
Death.
Okay.
What?
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 Would you like to add any other elements to it, like ice?
Yeah, we'll add some ice to it. I don't know if we could just choose one, but it would be death.
That's why the little brackets had. Yeah, perfect. That's nice.
And there you go. The main elements my character uses. I have no idea what this does for us, but okay.
It's okay. Press yes. That's all that matters. What about you, Somnium, actually, right now?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. What is your celestial object?
So we've talked about a black sun. And
Yes.
we've talked about dark matter.
Yes, we have.
But I don't know what Matt will actually allow.
I mean, gotta follow his blueprint. Is a celestial object?
I haven't seen it before, but I'll say that it kind
Are
of
we not
is.
all celestial objects?
Now we're asteroids at best, Alley Girl.
It's an object and it's celestial.
But is it black matter?
When?
Is it black matter, though?
Anyway. I'm trying to get deep. Night.
Okay. So, black sun.
Yeah.
Is it like kind of Eye of Chiron, kind of like black and then red eye?
Yeah, but just because you're horny for it.
All right, I like it. Blinks. It's all black and then it just blinks at you. What I imagine your little astral clothing is going to look like. It's just all of a sudden it's black and then just eyes everywhere. Give me a
Could
spook.
go
That's
for
sure.
wandering comet or wandering asteroid. Gives off no light. Hurdles to space.
See, that's why I went with the wandering comet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Eatsley already has a comment.
Well, you can do it at wandering asteroid. Different. Comments
I'd
are
rather
made
do, if I'm not going to do a black sun, I'd like to do dark matter. Those are my two options.
You can be a black sun. It is a celestial object.
What does it do?
What element types is it, Allie?
I don't know.
Does it have like the darkness element?
Yeah.
Does it have the light elements?
Mm, yeah.
Okay. Can't think of anything else that might be good for it.
Black hole. Wormhole, technically.
Have the dream element.
Yes, it can. So, light, dark, and dream?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to type that in chat for us?
If you insist.
I appreciate it. Cool.
But what is a black sun?
A sun that burns black.
How does it do that?
Magic.
It's like inverted because it's dream.
Yeah. The sun exists in the dream, but the light escapes.
Alright.
A black sun can also represent an eclipse. A sun that's
Yeah,
always eclipsed.
That's what I was thinking too, Char.
The funny thing is, I wasn't even. I forgot the name of my book, and then I
Okay.
looked up Black Sun, and that's the first thing that came up. That's probably what made me choose it in the first place.
Wouldn't
Nice.
that be an eclipsing moon rather than the sun itself? You're the thing that takes away the sun?
The dream is eclipsing the sun, not the moon.
What I'm saying is to make an eclipse, you need two celestial objects. The
Dream
thing
can exist in the, it's everywhere. The dream's everywhere. It doesn't have to be a celestial object. So the sun is like, it's actually somebody's dream, but it's become so powerful it started leaking into the real world.
It does need to be a real celestial object.
I mean, it's based off of sun, Matt. That's the celestial object, and then we add elements to it to make it different.
Alright.
Fantasy plans. Why don't they just be dark matter then? Is that acceptable?
Yeah, I
You can go with the black sun.
just don't know what dark matter would be, Allie.
Yeah. Dark matter also would not be something Susie would know of. So, and that would be very, very meta knowledge to say dark matter. So I'd have to nix that. I
So you
mean,
can see the future and stuff. You wouldn't know about dark matter?
no. Why would a race who can use primarily magic look for something scientific like that? I mean, I suppose, but
She studies the
what would that
stars, and
do?
dark matter has an effect on the stars. That's how we know about it.
But is it a celestial object? Is it a
I'm so
planetoid or
done with this
something?
conversation.
We're gonna go with the sun.
I'll be
It
a
said
fucking
black sun's
asteroid
fine.
if it makes everybody happy.
I said black sun's fine. Just trying to puzzle my head around it because. So Johnny, what does it do?
The first thing it does is kind of creates a design around what they're wearing currently.
Hmm?
Think of it like a superhero costume that kind of appears over, but it's like lit up, and that design is kind of ever changing, as if you were looking at a planet that was moving.
Hmm.
And it kind of goes from their own like imagining of it as well, like the person, like because they're represented as that celestial object in this case.
Sure.
Um, so like the tail could be almost be like a cape for Eatsley, or like kind of shimmering of ice falling off it. But
Sure.
it's really all up to the person that pressed the S at that point. And it gives them a buff of some kind while wearing. And then we get to do kind of, we're now going to manipulate the constellation, and everyone gets a bonus from that.
All right. Okay. Let's see. We're here. We're back. Looks like guys are. Sorry. I'm just. You got the constellation thing. You guys are here. You guys are fighting.
Yeah.
You've unlocked the hidden potential. Ready, set, go.
Yeah. I have no idea whose turn it is. Whose turn is it?
Susie's going to come in the mix if I can.
Okay. Let me find a Susie.
Let's go with. All right. You want to put that token down for me if you can?
Done.
Could you put my the new one down I sent you?
But I don't like that one.
Oh, you should have said so.
No, it's just the. I don't know where it went. I think I know. Oh, I think it was in a PM. Hold on. Where'd it go? I think that's it. Oh, it was the cosmic spider. I like that one, but the other one, the one from Magic the Gathering.
No, we're not doing that one. That guy's just that was Char's suggestion, and it was a good one at the time. But I like the other one.
Let's find this one. Put it in the game. Where to go? Come to me. Go into the game. Go. Goodbye, other Susie. Welcome, new Susie. Yeah. I think that's it. That's the right one, right? This one?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. We like this one. It looks very pretty. I like this. All right. Okay, let's just Susie. There we go. Put some nameplates on it. Attach to a health bar. We like health bar. Health bar's good. Put that on there. Bloop. As a. So we could hide it if you like. We did it.
Okay, I can click now. Custom.
Damn. Some big,
Okay.
big numbers.
We're gonna use one. So this is at 77, 76, 86.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna use 6. I'm gonna use 3 fate points.
3.
And make my my D10 a 10 for initiative. If that still stands, that is. That's because that's how it was originally for fate points.
You have a lot of D10s.
I do have a lot of D10s. Yep. 13 D10 plus 6. I use my intelligence bonus plus my naturals for initiative rolling.
Yeah. And you're trying to use fate points to.
Yeah, to instead of rolling, just making an automatic 10, pretty much.
Wouldn't that just make it 16? Are you trying to make all the D10s at perfect 10?
Nope, just 3 of them. Of the D10s.
Oh. Okay.
And that would turn it from a 77 to like 103 or something.
Let's find out. So 3 fate points. So that would be plus 9 to turn the 1 into a.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's a 3 there.
So that's a
so
plus
that'd be 86. And then
93.
93, exactly. And then the 4.
Give me a plus 6, so you'd be at a 99.
And then I suppose I could do to the other 4, and then that would give me 100. So 4 fate points.
And then put you at 1, 2, 6. Behold.
And then everyone now has the same initiative modifier start.
Not that. So we'll put injured at -6, and then we'll put he's -6. Boop. All right, there we go.
So, Eatsley.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep it unknown, I suppose you can do that too and maybe figure it out. But you have this design, kind of feels natural just over top of you. And Matt can give you the deets of what it is, I suppose, what it does.
Did we not already build that in, or did we not? Menagerie. Okay, cooldown 12 hours. Buff last 12 hours. Buff is turned by 3 factors. Type position in the constellation.
That's all stuff I can do.
Yeah, so that's what determines the buff. Otherwise, it just sits there.
You said there was an individual buff as well for the people. But they wouldn't have been able to pick it yet until they chose a constellation. I mean, a celestial object.
Okay.
I wish I could get you a J, Matt. You sound like you need a J.
I need a lot of things. Appreciate it, though. Well, for now, it'll just increase your elemental synergies. If you have the element, and you have an element that you picked that matches the one you have for your mantle, it gives a additional plus 20.
Okay.
For now. I'll need to think a little bit more on the objects, because picking the objects and picking the elements and the position are all arbitrary, so I'll have to think about it. All right, Susie. Did you pick your own celestial objects and elements?
Mine's actually a nebula.
Like it? Okay.
Yeah,
Going with what type of elements?
my elements are cosmic.
Cool.
And Gaia.
Wouldn't it just be Gaia then? Because Gaia's all elements. No, wait. Yeah, because
Gaia's all, right?
Yeah, Gaia's all, but cosmic is also new.
Yeah.
But wouldn't Gaia then their habit? I'll have to go. Yeah, Gaia, basically everything. Screw it. All things in the nebula.
Yeah, but it's like all for one kind of deal. It's like all encompassing. I can't pick and choose things out of it.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just felt like it was a good neutral.
It's a good one.
Yeah. So if it's going to be my turn, let's make a little maneuver here. So everyone, using my free action, I'm going to talk to you guys for a quick sec. I'm going to put us into a battle formation. It's going to be based off your elements you picked. And then we're all going to go in the same time. We can make a... we don't have to wait. We just all kind of combine our powers and give them the good punch. Or whatever you guys want to do. But let's start this up as Susie starts to move her hands around. And let's look at this. So we're going to activate the buff. Susie must pick what kind picked. Cannot be changed. Spend the complex action, so I'm going to do that. Never mind, I can't do that right now. I guess I'll do it when I actually have an extra free action, because complex is everything. I'll use my bonus action. What does the scouter say? Is he monster doll? Is this outerworldly? What am I looking at for this guy?
Go ahead
No
and make
core,
me
right?
Probably say a Cynicians test.
Sure, I got those. 14.
Doesn't seem like
Success.
either. Something
Uh,
older. Something before mana.
And I'd really like to know where the dark mode. There you are. Okay. Let's see again. Okay.
Yeah, something before mana. It's not. Fortunately, it's not Otherworlder. Doesn't seem to be some sort of demon. Doesn't. Yeah, it's powered by something strange, but it's greatly weakening.
I clicked the mute by accident. So let's pull back the bow here. 3 arrows. Let's go for the hatred. And let's make it susceptible to fear. So willpower test.
As in, I roll it.
No, for me, because I'm pulling back the arrows. So I said my commands, I'm pulling the willpower. I'm going to manifest Insomnium's willpower here. That's so interesting. If I manifested Insomnium's power, would that give me negatives to my stat roll?
Yeah, if you pull on Insomnium.
Huh.
Dream creature. Oops, sorry. Dream creatures. They don't. They clash pretty hard with.
Yeah. And Indrid is not here right now. So I guess we won't do that, but I'm gonna pull my willpower test. Okay.
Nice.
And I release.
As a reminder, there are
10, right?
10
shards.
I don't. The rolls doesn't show 10 left. It looks like there are 79 left.
Okay, I thought there was you took those 10 ones or whatever and made it something else.
Oh yeah, you're right. I did that. All right. It's one big one, and then you got a couple small ones left.
And that's who I was aiming at, the one for 10. So sticking 3 arrows,
And
chucking back at them.
And you're hitting them with your super special moonlight bow of super cool, so fresh, much wow.
Stuff. Yeah, stuff.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do the invuln saves.
Do 'em.
Yeah. All right, game.
Nice.
Thanks. Fuck. All right. Well, that did not go well for me. They do not have a lot of willpower on this one, so. Okay. Let's see if we make it. Ooh.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Blah.
Nice.
Okay. 2 arrows hit. The third arrow just breaks right through it and shatters a good part of it. The other 2 arrows are still embedded.
Banish falsehoods, if I could, Matt.
All right. I get an involved save, but I have to do 1 for each arrow, right?
Please.
Fuck. Ah, no, there it goes.
Nice.
What is the falsehood that you're trying to banish here?
The falsities of their hatred. Like, what's real and what's not. That they're clinging on for that ego of theirs. I guess I'm going to give it a little shake up. Give it an existential crisis over here. I know I butchered that word. But
The hate is blind. They will not suffer an existential crisis. You have to banish something that is keeping them together because they are completely blinded by hate. They don't care. They don't listen. It's all consuming. So you need to banish something that is critical to keeping it all together rather than attack their mentality.
okay, so I can't like take away the blindness in a sense then.
You can go after the falsehood of why this is still in operation. Like, what is keeping the hate fragments together and giving it power?
Yeah, so that's a great idea. Let's break away their collectiveness, and if they hate everything, why don't they hate themselves?
Oh no, that's so mean. Yeah, that'll do it. The thing will literally start trying to attack itself, and it goes badly very quickly.
Okay,
it's a bunch of I didn't like you anyways, rah! And then their cohesion immediately turns on itself as they blindly attack each other. All right, well that's handled. Well done, Johnny.
Eatsley, Indrid, you guys can do things as I just did them at the same time. By the way,
yes, you guys want to beat it up all in one combo, yeah.
So if you want to
grab my
something
scythe out of it.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
It's mine.
Okay. Yeah. Got your scythe back. Ninja, did you want to do anything? Do you want to like kick it?
Give the gold 1 and 2. 1 sec.
Call it me names.
Allie said she's going to murder it.
Okay. What weapons would Allie like to use?
What weapons, Allie girl? You thinking maybe the Fear Blade? Give it a good old 1-2?
Well, I've been making pretty good progress. Like absorbing it with my wings, and then hitting it with the Fear Blade.
Give it the bonk.
I'll probably keep up that.
Okay.
I have it written down somewhere here, I think. How many shards is that?
There's one thing you could do, Allie. You have a fear rating of 9 right now, right?
I got my memory storage ball. I've got 2,308 shards in it.
One thing you could do is there's an ability that allows you to get standard attacks equal to your fear rating. You just got to take a 1d2 fatigue.
That's fine.
And then get yourself some attacks, and then just fuck up these shards, scare them, spook them good.
So opposed willpower for the breaking the stuff into memory shards for my memory storage ball.
Okay.
Did that sentence make any sense?
Did to me. I know what you want to do.
Yeah, but your brain works weird.
My brain does work weird.
Oh, I'm gonna roll willpower.
Could you? I did not catch some of that.
I'm just trying to do what I was doing last game. The same
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
Suck. Give it the good suck, girl.
Give it the good suckies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget you get an additional plus 20 because of your, or minus 20 in this case, because of the new mantle that you have.
Okay.
So it looks like it was a willpower test, the minus 70, but you now have a minus 90 because you're so strong with the new.
Minus 90. Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, you will get
You're good at it,
another
Allie.
23 shards of hate before it just falls apart. Bleh. Yep.
Nice. I told you I was gonna murder it. I told you.
It's like there's some good bones in here. This could be something you select for your trip here if you want to use that.
Yeah, we'll take some of these bones with us.
Remember, you can only get one harvest.
Yeah, I meant to catch it so I could spook
additional.
You have the hate. You can spook that.
No, we're talking about bones. You can have the collection, the bundles of hate. But you're here for. It's kind of like the Aladdin scene where you get to pick one item.
Yeah.
The bones here are very strong. In fact, they're almost indestructible. They're also, if you pair them with the essence of Kali, the hate that it would be able to mimic in a weapon would be incredibly devastating. But yeah, if you try and take too many bones with you, you may not be able to leave the boneyard.
Fair. I'm going to take one of the bones from here.
From this thing?
Yep.
Okay. You don't want to go in any further? Because once you take the bones from here, you can actually just leave. Catalyzer Susie with their new super buff can just kind of yank you both out of here.
Fair enough. I'm just wondering if this would be my 3 here. Or if there's something further in for me.
Well, there's all sorts of stuff further in. I've got all sorts of stuff prepared.
Yeah.
I could help with trying to find your. Because you're trying to get to the center, right? And we got stopped up because this thing was attacking.
I'm trying to find what's at the center. Because I want to find a personal bone to catalyze for myself and not put into a weapon.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's do it.
All right. This will then disappear. We're going deeper. Going deeper. All right. Bit of a nasty fight, but that's okay. So let us.
It was no problem for the great insomnium.
Susie's going to disappear for now because she doesn't want to be where all the nasty cold is.
Yeah, it's breath-stealingly cold. Fortunately, Indrid, you're a dream, so cold is subjective.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So Misa thinking you probably might want to do some awareness, stealth, and then we got to get back to those awful toughness tests.
Yeah.
Oof. With your new cloak, it does shield you a bit from the ice.
Mhm.
So we're going to start the minuses over.
Okay.
So base toughness test with whatever bonus you're rocking.
Okay.
Yeah, that's that comet ice protecting you.
Eh. Ooh.
Nice.
This is my awareness test.
Those would be good. Okay.
And then my stealth test.
Yeah, Indrid, if you could also give me a stealth test, please. You can also give me an awareness if you'd like. Oh.
Ability plus 40 plus 15. Minus 15.
Oh. Okay. And then an awareness if you'd like.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty good one.
I'd say.
Okay. There is a couple spookies that you guys are gonna sneak by.
No way,
One
I want to
off.
spook them.
Well, before you spook them, let me show you what you're kind of walking by. Now, this one you see off in the distance. He's a big boy. You know, he's just making his way downtown, and yeah, he's just making his way downtown. Uh, there's also another one that you guys will see. On the other side. Pretty spooky.
First guy's too big. I don't think he'd notice me. The second guy looks spookable.
That might be, but we're trying to save up our energy for the real spook at the end.
What's the real spook at the end?
An otherworlder.
Which was like that thing from before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll save my spooks. That's fair.
You guys pass on. You guys are getting closer, but you don't feel like you've made any progress. It's almost like the bones are shifting. What do you do? It's getting colder, but it doesn't feel like you're making any progress. But you know you're going in the right direction?
Eatsley, could you find me like a pool of water, or in this case, a sheen of ice that I could like kind of divine off of? Maybe I could get you in the right direction.
I'm gonna walk over to the ice and see if we can find like a little thing of ice. Or some of the helmets that will probably be lying around.
Or you can just pee. You haven't done that in a while.
Oh,
Ever.
right.
Ever.
You know what?
Make a
Fair.
sheet of ice.
You know
Might
what?
get some
Fair.
frostburn.
We're gonna easily realizing that it's gonna pee for the first time ever. It's a weird feeling. You've
Yeah,
never
you're
had a
like,
penis before.
whoa, this is. Oh gosh, it's going everywhere. What? You gotta control this thing. Yeah, it's menacing. Thank you, Catalyzer Susie. Eatsley's done it to
Okay.
you again. You can scry, but it's on it's a yellow tint.
Well, I guess we're gonna be looking at yellow tinted glasses today, boys. Let's roll influence. Gorgeous. So now we're rolling a Science Science. Plus 100. We're going to use a fate point to get lower than 32. Just an extra degree. Not even an extra degree. No.
You'll see what's actually at the center of the boneyard, but you'll also see what's further down. So at the center of the boneyard causing the cold is this little bastard.
I see.
Some sort of Wendigo thing.
Present that in like an overlay HUD to everybody. And be like, this is kind of where you're headed towards, Eatsley.
And its aura is what has latched onto you, Eatsley. Because it has no appetite to hunt that which is not made of flesh.
Mm-hmm.
So it gave you some.
Understood.
Yeah. Catalyzer Susie.
Yeah.
There's something much weirder further down. I've thrown a bone way in the back. I'll put it on the right side. Got this. Throwing a bone. Looks pretty cool, right?
I see.
Yeah, sits this individual in armor.
I take a look. I describe it to the party, and then I go back to the middle to where this guy. So I don't look at this anymore. But I let our two companions know. What do you guys think? Ooh, this look tough.
Yeah. We're gonna have to beat it. And then find what's at the center of this place.
You want me to bring a tank in for the party? I can bring in Phil.
I'm not sure if Phil's gonna be able to survive this, but if he can.
We do have ice. He does have ice affinity.
Maybe.
So I was thinking of a constellation. We can just use us three, or we can get some more people here and make it larger. But I was thinking Easley first, then Indrid, then myself. We're gonna need. Do we want to spook it, or do we want to destroy it?
Well, we can't destroy it. We have to capture it.
Okay, who's the best at capturing?
I can capture it.
Okay.
You know very, very clearly, without a doubt, it is a different type of Elderworlder. You will have to do a different capture method.
Yeah.
the jumbling words, the sealed them in a reflected service infinity, will not work on this creature.
Fair.
How about we could bring in Ashen Fur? We could create something.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I might. I'm gonna still put him in an aetherless object and try and define him, but we're gonna try and pin him down with it, make him unable to move.
Yep, we are now playing SCP.
Yep. Secure, contain, protect. Congratulations, guys. I'm not sure. Whatever is made has to be made aetherless.
Okay.
You also have to have some sort of resource that it cannot consume, but keeps it there.
Yeah.
Because what you are kind of understanding about Otherworlders is they don't really care for the laws of this place, and normal containments will not work.
Yeah.
So it has to be half the containment procedure is it containing its own self within the confinement. Like the other thing, it was locked in mirrors, trying to understand a word that's gibberish.
Yeah.
So it's kind of locked in. Half of the containment is it's stuck in there of its own
Volition trying to understand
volition.
itself.
Yeah, but it can't. And it would kind of be this way. This creature is
a hunter.
Yeah, but it's also it hungers. Like it's taken on the story of the Wendigo, in its kind of shape and form. And it just, if it doesn't have something to hunt, it makes something to hunt.
But that means it should, in theory, be restricted by the Wendigo standards. Maybe?
Yeah, it has to have flesh and blood. It has to be able to suffer. It has to be able to feel. It's also why it's really stuck down here in the boneyard, because it's not able to go on a rampage. It needs to summon its power to lock onto a target to begin the hunt, because there's not really much value to hunt down here because the creatures are just so strange.
What about following an illusion, almost like a dream? It's dreaming about hunting and it's kind of just asleep.
It would have to be an aetherless dream. And an aetherless dream would be the first of its kind.
Or, Indrid, why don't giving it an aetherless nightmare?
Oh, just have a protagonist that doesn't fucking die. Why can't I nibble it? Where did it get a shotgun? Ow! So it's the prey that fights back, and actually, it's the one that goes down, and then it then has to pull its power to bring itself back up to hunt again.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just like a fucking horror story where the character's like, nah, you stepped into the wrong story, bro. Yeah.
Reverse Dead by Daylight.
Yeah. So the hunter, the hunted fights back, and always seems to have the right tools, the right distance, the right terrain.
Faster.
He's just one step ahead. Always gets that lucky shot or lucky hit. And it's the Wendigo that falls each time and then has to bring itself back. But by that time, the hunter is better prepared, and or the hunted.
What do you think, Indrid? Can you spook somebody that well?
Scare it so badly.
So, let's use willpower. Let's make a formation right now. Indrid's at the front, Eastleigh in second, and I'm behind. The shape is of an eye. It's like a downwards, like you know how your eyelid goes down over your eye, but it's like it's like a triangle down, and it forms an eye. So we're going to use willpower as our base there. Let's go back to what Matt sent me. The elements. Dream. What elements should we add here, guys? Dream.
I think it just has to be dream here.
Okay.
Ooh, no, actually, we're going to use ice as well.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Ice and dream.
So Wendigos are ice and death.
Right.
So we
But
can
this is
use both
Outworlder.
of those. Right, but it's also feeding off the idea of a Wendigo.
Okay.
So you force it to embrace what it is.
Gotcha.
So it can't redefine its shape.
Yeah.
Ice, dream, death. We already have the attribute, which is fear, or attributes. Fear, and how about bonds, as it's bonded to this thing it can never escape from?
No, not bond. Hunt.
Okay. Hunt?
Hunt.
Is that one? Is that a attribute from our Night Stalker guy? Does he have that attribute?
Attribute? I think
Attribute,
he was. I think it was either hunting or stalking. It was.
Matt, can you double check that for us on his character sheet?
Which one? Phil's?
Not Phil's.
Ashford?
Dingle?
Oh my god, what was his name?
Dingwarden.
Yeah, Dingwarden. There we go. Yeah, Dingwarden's character was the
Grim.
Grim. Yeah, there we go.
What are you looking for?
His attribute.
Oh yeah, the attribute. Let me go find it. Ferocity.
Ferocity.
That could work.
Okay.
He actually has improved his attribute, so it's improved ferocity. So it's more of a merciless ferocity now because he's improved it a couple times.
Nice. All right, so that's great. Willpower, that, and ferocity. Yeah. So Matt, I'm gonna do a complex action. It's gonna be cooldown 12 now, 12 hours, and it's Indrid. Actually, no, it's Eatsley, Indrid at the bottom of the eyelid, and then myself. And then the position, type of present chosen celestial object, which is the Alley's dark sun, and then the elements of ice, dream, death, ferocity, willpower, best characteristic.
All right. Since it has confined its shape, it does have a few weaknesses. Because other wielders in their truest form, they don't roll; they just do.
Mm-hmm.
So this thing gets 2 rolls. One is its invulnerability, so just to ignore what you're trying to do, and the other is to figure out even what the heck you were doing in the first place.
As a note, GM, for this, I will cut any aether that is involved out.
Okay. So let's find out. Guy's doing something weird, so let's see. Oh. Alright. Invulnerability. there's that. What is the sealing vessel?
I had
Because like
already,
you have the sword in the sheath for the.
yeah, I had already declared a sword as its vessel,
Okay.
so we'll keep it as the sword since it's already made to be there.
Well, you didn't make the sword for this thing. You made the sword for the otherworlder.
No. But then when I got down here, I said I was taking one of my swords, and I was declaring that Aether sword as a
Sword wouldn't be a good vessel for this.
bear.
You would know that. It's a kind of a, what would be the term? A substitute. It would be a temporary fix.
Yeah.
The sword would unfortunately break. You would need something
Made for like hunting.
You could have it be an arrow that's always in flight.
I could do that, yeah.
Arrow made of stone.
Yeah.
And then you just catch it in time.
Which is easier said than done. But yeah, we'll make it an arrow then.
Okay. Just kind of break up the sword a little bit, turn it into an arrow.
Yeah.
What power word are you going to imbue to seal it? Because you do have the paperwork for strange words, as long as they're not real words in the alphabet of the gods. You have your small allowance from the paperwork that was filled out.
I'm going to make a word. This is gonna be a very long one too.
Okay.
But it's essentially going to be a way of describing what this creature. No, because I can't do that. Can I? Essentially, be a way of like describing what the creature is using the context of what the words are not.
That would be very complex. You'd have to use a lot of words.
Yeah.
You need to make the cheapest variant. You need something that it would fixate on.
Fair.
Because the other wielders are complex, but they're also super simple creatures. They fixate.
Fair.
Allie, what do you want to do to help? What's your
Do a serious spook.
a serious spook?
A serious spook.
You know, that would be interesting. 'Cause you spook the arrow, which contains the Wendigo thing, and you scare the arrow to be perpetually in flight.
Let's do it. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
Minus 30 opposed willpower to fear unfearable objects. Okay.
All right.
I guess plus 30 for me. And do I still have that mantle thing that gives me another plus 20?
We have a new mantle on you right now.
Ouch.
That was the.
This ring is really pointy, John.
It was very pointy.
Yeah, you'll get an extra minus 20.
Okay.
Matt, did you apply the constellation we just made?
Well, fear the unfearable is it's a pretty powerful skill, so they're getting an additional bonus.
Whatever bonuses.
Okay, I was just wondering if there was anything. That's all.
Okay, no, they got an extra 20 to the unfearable roll.
Damn it!
Do you want to re-roll?
Yeah, I'm gonna. What? Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll.
Okay.
Higher than a 5, Allie. You lucky You lucky son of a. That's a little better. Not by
Roll
much.
the invulnerability save, which it fails.
Up to 45 as well.
So I need to roll dice that is worse than the current one.
Is he's not using currency, is he?
Nope.
Okay,
He's
good.
going to use. Well, he failed the invulnerability roll, so I get to oppose willpower. So I need to roll an 80 or higher. Damn.
Did I spook it?
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Dice are not in my favor today.
Yay.
GM.
Yeah.
The word we're going to use for it is yautja.
Yep.
Since I'm pretty sure that's not a word in this universe.
No, not really. It is actually not. All right. Caught it in the stone arrow. That is Aethelus, sealed with the gibberish word.
Mhm.
And its sealing vessel, instead of mirrors, is that the arrow is perpetually in flight. And if you can catch it in an Aethelus time capsule, that actually I think Ashenfurt can make, just basically have it stuck in a stasis, but it's still in motion. And that one will now go into the oubliette that you guys have built. Hey, look, Mom, I caught another one. Stop bringing those home. All right. The flesh and everything literally just sloughs off of you in one giant, just on the ground, and it rots.
Thank God I don't have flesh anymore.
Yeah. Basically, everything that is a person but is beyond the bones is now just on the ground.
Do you want to use that for anything?
What? God, no. Do you know how nasty that thing is? How do you guys wear that all the time? It's so heavy, confining.
Is it like
you
you
gotta
though?
pee? No, it's not.
Is it cursed?
It was given. It was made. It was because of an otherworlder effect. No, I don't want to collect it.
Is it like otherworldly materials now? So that's what I'm wondering. Or is it like it's made out of aether?
If you want to scoop it up and put it in a jar, Susie, you can.
Yeah, scientific purposes.
This is for science. Susie's just like, yep. Don't worry, I'm with the science team. Yeah. Yeah. Easy, that was awful.
It was awful. I'm just like, I don't know why or how you people have flesh.
I mean, insomnia is made out of dream right now, so.
Yeah.
Insomnia, is that like light? How do you feel right now?
So-so.
So-so? Okay. Eatsley, did you want to go to that guy that was sitting up there? Looked like a throne?
Yes.
Is that your... Okay. Are we going to fight him? Talk to him? What's the plan?
I don't know.
Okay. Susie's going to zort back in. Okay, it's that way. As she gives like a little astral finger. Points in one direction.
Okay.
All right. There's a collection of bones in the middle where the Wendigo used to have its lair.
Mm-hmm.
There's all sorts of different types. You can pick one from its treasure hoard. A lot of them are chewed on a little bit, but nothing Susie can't catalyze.
This wasn't the throne, right?
No.
Okay.
The throne is tucked way, way in the back, almost purposely, not in the middle. Kind of private in the corner.
Then we make our way to the throne. But we remember this place in case you have to come back here.
Okay.
I'm going to turn and look at the voice that was talking to me like, guess what? I win.
What'd you win?
I beat the thing.
Okay, what'd you win?
I won the fact that you said I couldn't beat it.
Oh. Well, did you have help?
I still beat it.
I'm gonna
Power
agree to
of teamwork,
disagree with
baby.
you. Well, now listen here. When we originally talked about this, you were alone. That's why I said that.
But
now
never
you
alone.
got teamwork popping out of the bone piles. What is this? This is not traditional boneyard stuff.
Am I here for this conversation?
Yes, you are. There's a disembodied voice that just chatters somewhere and echoes throughout the cavern.
I want to spook it.
Well, you don't know where it is. But you can just scree in all directions.
Yeah, I just spook everything.
Well, that was loud. Very spook.
Giant Omnium.
I'm like, besides, I'm never alone.
Well, that sounds...
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Well, that sounds cumbersome. If you're never alone, how do you ever have any privacy?
It gets really awkward sometimes.
I mean, you can always just, say privacy. Kind of just, cut yourself off.
Yeah, no.
Also, what was that screech? That was kind of spooky. Is there some sort of new critter here?
I do it again, but harder.
Ow, my
Put more oomph into it.
Ow, my not ears. If I had ears. My bones vibrate. Whoever you are, you knock that off. If you keep doing that, other things will start, finding you.
Somnium ruffles his feathers.
Oh. Look, you're so fancy. With all your feathers and fur and spookiness. Meh.
Yeah.
Yep. Looking for that throne.
All right. Well, stealth is out of the option, so there's a couple things that want to find you guys. We got this weird thing. Got this big old bone dragon off in the distance, kind of looking around for you. As you get in a little further, you find, this big ass thing that's looking for you. There's a lot of stuff. So what's the plan? You fight him?
Well, Bone Golem, not a huge fan of fighting. Giant Skeleton, not a fan of fighting. And Bone Golem Dragon, not a fan of fighting right now. What do you guys think?
I'm good to pass.
I'll fight anything.
But, Somnium's always ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Here's the problem. We can't fight him one-on-one, so we're going to have to fight him Can I look for like a choke point?
Yeah, no, this is too. We're kind of surrounded right now. Are you guys trying to sneak still?
No, that they made that very impossible to sneak right now.
Wonder why. Looks at Insomnium.
Mhm. All right, Insomnium, you get a fight. That one. I'll fight that one, and then maybe fight the third one.
This one?
Yep.
Wouldn't it be
Can
easier
you
to do
fight
them
it?
one at a time?
It would be. It would be very easy to fight them one at a time if we can get them towards a like canyon. TM, can I look around and see if I can find a canyon here?
I mean, there's just large dunes of bone, not really a canyon.
All right, so we got large dunes of bones. So no, we can't.
Couldn't we just let them fight each other?
You know what, GM? I want to try something tricksy here.
Trixie?
I do.
Don't do it.
I'm going to use a wandering technique here. And I'm going to tell them to kneel.
Well, you're gonna have them kneel.
Mm-hmm.
What authority gives you that, Mer? Oh, because of the it's all
Wandering technique. It's all Warden 2.
Post the one you want to use.
Where is it? Nope, that's not hold my drink. Where is it? Oh, is this the part where I accidentally split up my things and I haven't put them back together yet?
It's just like
I've given up.
she looks like she's gonna fall asleep like that.
She most definitely is.
That's fucking adorable.
We have an adorable dog, Alley Girl.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna die of cuteness someday.
Cuteness. Don't do it.
Doesn't happen.
Where?
So what's the plan, Easley?
1 sec, I'm looking for where I put that. I don't see where I put that. Alright, so we're just gonna fall back and rely on our power of the Spirit Warden. On our authority. Can't find where I put that wandering technique. It's very annoying.
So loud.
Oh, here it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's dirty.
Mhm.
All right.
Can't
Yeah.
that. Uh, Ba-da-ba-ba. Any negatives here? Or does my Spirit Warden cancel that out?
No, just roll it.
Okay. Yep. Ah.
Pretty nice. All right. Start with the dark construct in the bottom right. Let's give it the invuln save. Bone dragon, a little bit stronger on the save, and the singular one. That one's pretty strong. Ah, well, no invulnerable saves. Okay. Bone Dragon is the weakest of the three for this, so it needs to roll. Nope. Bone Dragon just, when it moves in the particular way you instruct it, it does not able to keep itself together and just kind of crumbles into a pile of bone. All right, this one is pretty tough. It gets to use all sorts of extra sources of power. So let's see. It needs to roll. This is pretty good, so it needs to roll better than a 34.
Can I do something as like a free action?
Yeah.
And I say, Eatsley, catch, and throw him a gold coin.
Like a dungeon gold?
Like a gold coin.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll catch the gold coin.
Excellent.
Eatsley, you know what that gold coin is, right?
No.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell him. He's just going to find out.
You should
I'll tell Matt, though.
You should give it to somebody else. That's not me.
Give it to Eatsley.
Like that guy over there.
Susie, stop making this complicated.
Oh, I know this gold coin is now.
When did you do that?
I know this gold coin is now. I understand. Indrid, this is going to be remembered.
Alright. And the other bone guy seems to obey, but it's going to use an ability, which it's actually really good at. I am fucking No. It's going to use... Nope. Yeah. So the two constructs of many things kind of break apart, and the other thing just runs away. Because it lies! Alright.
All right.
Well, that worked.
Eatsley didn't even need my gold coin, did he?
Mm-hmm.
I got really lucky. One of those I think I could have actually failed.
Okay. Make your way along. And as you kind of meet the kind of stone walls, there's a big, chamber, right, that holds the throne. And outside is this fellow.
Look at him.
He still has a bit of desiccated flesh. Looks kind of ghoulish, I suppose. As in if it was wicked of all moisture. Almost like a leathery skin.
I have come to searching for something. I look at him as I say it.
Mm, I see. Is there a definition to the thing that you seek?
I have come seeking a bone of the highest caliber.
Hmm. I have a selection if you need. But what is of the highest caliber? That sounds subjective.
Mhm. This may be, but for what is to come, I cannot be weak.
No, none of you seem weak to me.
We are going to be fighting demons.
Oh, that shouldn't be too difficult.
Many over time have grown weaker.
Hmm.
So,
Takes a bunch of knuckle bones and he kind of shakes them in a cup made of bone, kind of rolls them on the ground. No, you're plenty strong to fight it. In fact, you are more likely to succeed than not. If you don't fall for its tricks and deceptions, and if you well laid traps, you should outright succeed.
that is fair.
Hmm. Kind of waves a hand and the knuckle bones reappear back in his palm. So, if you still need a bone of the highest quality, was it highest quality? Did I say that right?
Yes.
What
Yes.
does that mean?
I'm going to use it for an evolution, a treasure grade evolution.
Hmm, that doesn't explain much. It's not really a description of what.
Is that not here?
No, not really. Would it be said that your definition of a top quality would be a treasure grade bone?
Yes. Or
But there
higher.
is no grade here. There's no mana or this aether that you speak of. So how can it be of potence?
I'm gonna kind of look up and down. I'm assuming this thing does not emit any form of aether.
No.
Hmm.
In fact, none of this place emits aether. It eats it. But even then, aether disappears or is deconstructed.
Eachly,
Yes.
as your doctor, what are you picking for your treasure grade evolution?
And what do you mean?
What
It's
are
a
you
funny.
planning to do?
Mm,
Ascend to a higher state of being?
I was probably going to send to higher state of being. Yes.
But what does that
Okay.
look like? What is a higher state of being? I mean, what if you were to grow 6 inches taller?
Hmm.
Would that not fit the description?
And
You
that
have
would.
ascended upwards.
Yeah.
You are now a higher
Uh,
state. uh,
uh,
oh
I guess we could add to your legs if you want to get a little higher.
what?
oh,
No, I
yes, I
don't.
have additional bones.
I'm looking. Is this maybe odd to say? I'm looking to become aetherless and not
Hmm.
implode.
Then, aetherless, well, then you would be robbed of everything that you worked for. You'd have to start over.
How would I be robbed? I would still be a wanderer. I would still serve Ziki.
Yes, but you would be without this power, this strength that you so declare that you need.
Mm.
To be a vessel that is aetherless, you must forego aether. And is it not what you have used as the core fuel to become strong? Have you not grown fat from strength using this material and energy?
Mm. It has given me classes. It has
Yes.
given me abilities. This is true.
Yes. You can wield that which is aetherless, but your vessel cannot be. The Monstre, from the story as I understand it so far, have a centralized core, and they use the energies emitted from that core to almost puppet their vessels, their host body, which is why you can lose one and get a new one. But if the vessel is not capable of accepting commands, the vessel's useless.
Mm.
And unfortunately, your cores are crystallized pure aether. You can wield aetherless objects since they're tools, but to become aetherless, you must be made new, made differently. You could do that here. It's very dangerous. You would be estranged to mana and aether entirely. You'd be like what things were before. But I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
And why is
Aether's
that?
a healthier and cleaner um, essence.
What are your kind?
Um, that's a good question. I've kept a lot of information, but this place takes it away bit by bit. One of which is things that I remember. I don't remember what it's called, but I do have a placeholder for it. We're called the Forgotten or the Lost. Very cliche, I suppose. But I was able to protect what we fed off of. Like Aether, we had our own resource, but it was much darker. Um, in fact, I think there's traces of it from that source still to this day. The attributes that go along with your elemental synergies. Those are a remnant of what we once had. We fed off of the ego, id, and superego of others and the environment. We fed off of the imprint, histories, and memories of things and objects. We were locusts. If you wanted to go strong, you had to eat. But it wasn't good enough to just gain power from anything. It had to be storied. It had to have substance to it. But all such substances were flawed. So eventually, we created places like this, so those flaws can be stripped away. But in doing so, we lost the things we wanted to keep. Yes. Such a terrible series of choices we've made. We dug our own grave, got in, closed the top, but somebody else buried the dirt on. Yes.
Then perhaps what I'm looking for is something more than a bone. And I've been too narrow minded.
But that's what you're here for.
But
Yeah,
you've showed me that I needed more now. Open my
well,
mind. Interesting what conversations can do.
yes, it can, certainly. But it's, let's say, very dangerous to try and take on the essences of old. Aether is much cleaner. It's more pure. It's not contaminated.
I agree.
Have you ever been to a location that is so badly contaminated that
Yes.
there's several sites that have burrowed their way upwards and made themselves available. That is the kind of energies we fed off of.
Interesting.
Yes. I would not recommend it. I would suggest a bone from my collection. Stay with the Aether, but I suppose mastery over the Aetherless tools and materials would be almost a better fit for you, I think.
Maybe.
Hmm?
I have another question.
Hmm.
I know there's a king behind you.
Okay. I wouldn't say king. Um, from what I've gleaned, they're just visiting.
Mm.
I have no idea what that means, but they're
A
not
bone.
very good at conversation either.
I see. A bone from you.
Oh,
I'd
for
like
me.
this. I'd like to speak to the person behind you.
Hmm. Well, I won't stop you. I'd recommend that you wouldn't. They're not very good conversationalists, and interacting with them comes with a price.
Oh, and what price would that be?
It's arbitrary. It could be your time, which, as you are, you've plenty of it. It could be the words you know. It could be some memories. Could be, I don't know, something you hold dear or something you hate. I don't know. It's always been arbitrary.
Hmm.
Um, yeah.
What makes him a bad conversationalist? Besides, he takes things.
Let's just say it doesn't really. It don't speak real good. To put it in an uneducated way. Uh, let's say it's all really verbs and nouns,
Mm,
and sometimes it's hard to understand.
understandable.
Paradoxically. Anyways,
Uh,
I like to hang around here because every once in a while, homewreckers like you guys come in, make your way here. So I don't have to hunt you down. You come to me. Then I can have an interaction. It's boring down here. But if you want to interact, I'd say keep it short. But they kind of do that themselves. Yeah.
so, what's the throne then if he's just a visitor?
I'm not sure. Um, I mean, this cave wasn't here earlier either. Neither was the throne. I don't know. Uh, don't really like going in there for too long either. Feels really awkward.
Mm,
I suppose if you want to go in and find out, feel free. uh,
I'm so interested, I have to.
oh, yes. Curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
And
Oh, yes.
Could you make a trade of hatred for fear? Ego of fear?
Well, you would have to find a being of fear and offer a trade. I don't think that would work now. Like, as in, I convert it?
Not converted. I was just wondering, you got a lot of bones on you, so I was wondering if you had anything that had the essences of fear, since that seems to be what you guys ate before.
It's one of the many. Fear, like many of the vile energies. I forget what the actual term we called it, but they were vile through and through. Fear was one of the very most difficult to control energies. Hate's easy. You know the price it'll pay, or that it'll exact upon you for wielding hate. Fear is this beast that eats you from the inside, as it does to others. The fear you're going to find here is going to be much more chaotic. It'll be fear from when we used it. The fear that your companion there wields is aetherized. Is that the word? It's a pure type of fear. It's almost like a tool, right? It doesn't betray you. It doesn't cost you. Fear here, well, it'll infect you. In fact,
which is why, well, our friend Insomnium here is going to make a dream demon mask.
I have something better. You can even keep the hatred, although I would leave it here in a lockbox, buried it away. It's not really something you want to keep or take with you. That type of hate should stay buried. I have some materials that you can take from my collection if you so wish. They would have nothing to do with fear, but they would be a wonderful vessel. I would almost recommend building the mask using aetherized dream or nightmare. Stay away from the old feasts that we used to dine upon. Because once you don the mask, it defines you. You cannot escape it, as it cannot escape you. And if the mask is inherently going to betray you, well, you can't get away from it. I have some wonderful material that I would like to extend to you. Something clean. And that was the point of this place, to clean away those flaws. And this is a blank vessel. Do you have a particular shape that the mask will be? Is it a comedy tragedy mask, or will it be a kind of a ceremonial bone helmet mask, or
spooky?
Spooky. Okay. Do you want something naturally spooky? I mean, I have the carapace head of a man-eating spider. Fear of spiders is still potent to this day, which is understandable. Or do you want something preternaturally spooky?
I think the spider thing would be cute.
Oh, it's no, there's nothing cute about this. This is pure nightmare fuel.
Oh, I mean, but I'm a spider, so what?
Oh yes, apologies. I see where you're going. Oh, I suppose. Do you want it spooky, or do you want it nightmare-inducing? Because there's a slight difference, but it matters.
The second one.
Well, I
Nightmare
have
inducing.
the remnant maw of a brain leech. Your mask would be row upon row of serrated teeth that surrounded a gullet, a throat that seemed to reveal more endless teeth.
Mm.
I have an old witch doctor's mask. I prettied it up. That's
Too cliche.
too cliche.
Let's do the worm.
I have a mask that is pure white, without blemish, without feature. Nothing. And I find nothing. The absolute concept of nothing more terrifying. But that's just me. You would be wearing a blank white mask. The absence of color. The absence of features. Blemish. Or otherwise. Too terrifying?
I think Indrid would prefer the row upon row of teeth.
Yeah. He presents you a kind of bundled up series of, like, they're almost like hoops. Teeth.
Okay.
Looks like he kind of bound them together with some sinew. And it's like 8 different hoops of just that are a little bit concentric. Bigger one is the maw, and then it goes a little smaller and smaller, and they're bound up. And there's so many teeth, and it's the type of teeth that you're like, I don't want that to bite me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Thanks.
Does
The
it
remnants
fit? Does it fit over the mask that I already have?
You'll have to do a. It's a material. You'll have to combine it in
Okay.
the
I'm
workshop.
sure Susie can help me with that.
It's a non-catalyzing experience. You just find a private place. You're in your sanctuary, and using dream, you combine them through your own power, your own willpower.
Oh no, where'd you go?
Let's just go in bed.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't catalyze your own demon mask or your dream demon mask. You would make upgrades or changes yourself.
Okay.
You can do that in your sanctuary in the Dreamlands using just raw willpower.
Now, I have asked if that's okay.
Oh, yes.
Do you have anything that was once a creature that evolved? Maybe a bone? I was thinking some bones. I was thinking making a bone broth.
Evolved as in potentially the way the monster do it now?
Yeah. I'm a catalyzer, so I figured it would be a nice thing to have.
No. Congratulations. That must have been a lot of study and hard work. Diligence. I've heard of a catalyzer, or that profession even down here. As for evolving creatures, we never really had such a thing. It was more of a gluttonous experience. You consumed, so you grew. And I don't think you would want to sup upon the blights that we have infecting these lands.
None of that, I suppose. I might
It's
be
not
able
a
to
history
dilute it
you would
out.
want to repeat.
No. Learn from your mistakes.
Yes, I suppose. I might suggest asking for potentially another thing. Don't really have remnants of evolution. There are remains of those who came here, like you did. There are many who came to the boneyards and didn't live. They joined the bone piles. You can actually root around and fight quite a few many of them. Monstre included, those who have undergone evolutions. But most of them would be robbed of their essential essences. The aether that, let's say, held the power of those evolutions. But they may have the imprinted memories of evolutions there, if this place hasn't corroded it already. Bones are made to forget their histories here, so it would be quite the journey. You'd have to be either very, very lucky, or you'll be searching here for a very long time. And I think if you go searching with the way things are now, with the situation within your group, you'll be here for eternity, searching just for the right bone. Yes.
You know what? That spider head that you talked about.
Oh, yes.
I'll take that.
Well, if you'd like. I do recommend cleaning it first, not just
Of course.
literally. It does need to be cleaned literally. I don't really have anything to wash or clean it here.
I have something perfect. Susie will manipulate it, and then she'll give it a scrub with the iridium dust contraption that erodes pretty much everything.
Yeah. Do be careful. There are remnants of fear and terror and corruptive essences from the past, but they're mostly worn down now. So let's just say it has a lot of attributes with opinions. I think that would be the best way to say it. But it is no less a prize or a treasure. So here.
Appreciate it.
Yes. It looks like one of those spiders from Legends of Zelda. The skull spiders. I forget the Skulllosa. Terrifying to look at. Yeah. And it's just kind of the head with mandibles and maw. Ugh. There you are. Yes. Try not to use that to bring something to life.
Oh no.
That would be yes. I might also suggest maybe not catalyzing it into somebody. It'd make a wonderful tool, though, or a piece of armor, or a piece of equipment.
That's what I was going to use it for.
You'll be able to utilize its attributes very, very potently then. It has quite a few. I suppose. Would it be Miss Spherebringer?
Just call them Insomnium.
Insomnium, apologies.
Yeah.
You have any questions for me? Or
I'll take it.
She doesn't need to taken care of. She just wants cuddles.
I don't believe so, should I?
no, I'm just trying to strike up conversation. I don't often meet individuals who make it this far.
Are you lonely?
Unfortunately, but I make do. It's not like it's without substance here. There are curiosities found all the time. Things that roam. Some of them even are conversationalists, although they... Sometimes it's not very fun conversation, but it's still something. Not entirely lonely.
That's good then.
Was that a question or a statement?
They're very confusing. It's usually both.
I didn't quite catch that as well. Apologies, my.
It's good that you're not entirely lonely.
Oh yes, yeah. Yes, I suppose. Yeah. There are things to do. That's what really makes it tolerable. Yes. In fact, if I get really bored, I start counting bones, organizing them into piles, which inevitably get pulled back and thrown chaotically back into the piles. But sometimes I come across something like these that I've shared with you. Those are always fun days. Sometimes I have to fight to survive against the monsters here, or if I play hide and seek, or maybe I'm the monster and I chase them around. Ha ha. Yes.
Spooking is fun.
I suppose it is. Takes a lot of work, though. Especially if the thing is not really capable of comprehending fear, or even instinctually being able to feel it.
Excuse you. Oh, how you making out, Insomnium?
I'm doing good. I'm just talking to this guy. He seems lonely.
Just a little bit. I do miss quality conversation, you see.
I'm not much of a conversationalist.
You are doing wonderfully.
You have any dice?
You'd have to give me the skeleton head back. Spider heads. I do have some dice. Are you talking the six-sided game dice, or are you talking more knucklebone cast runes dice?
Knucklebone dice.
I do, but they come with two prices. One, they are not without power, and that power usually does not uphold to your intent or will. They do as they please as they are rolled. Two, you have to return the spider head for the dice. For if you try to take more from this place, it takes more from you.
That's fair. Out of character, Matt, I was thinking like, I have 30 merit. What can I do? Knucklebone dice. Bones. And I was like, yeah, I was thinking about making that purchase. Okay.
If you buy the knucklebone dice from the positive quality list, you can get a super variant of them if you use your.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Because you would still get your own knucklebone dice. They would be normal. But you can also combine that with your thing you would get here.
Yeah, that's what I was kind
of thinking. And then you would have some crazy knucklebone dice like the stuff you had in the Wednesday game, where if you rolled them, terrible things happened.
Right. That's just what I was thinking. I was thinking like, oh man, that would be a good combo.
Would you like to see what I have available? I have several sets actually.
It's okay. I think that would just be too much responsibility, and I need to take care of everybody, so I can't do that.
Oh, yes. I suppose. Well, if you change your mind before you leave, if you can even leave, which is its own thing, I could still show you. I've got about 5 different sets. They all do different things. So, yes. None of them are safe, but sometimes through that, without the safety, real answers can be found beyond the that veil of projection. But you're right. You would need to be quite responsible in their use. Yes. Well, seems your friend is walking in. Well, there he goes.
Oh, no. I was still waiting for that bone.
Oh, which ones were you looking for?
Hmm.
I mean, the way you spoke, though, it seems you had an eye on one of the bones of that throne. I don't know
Oh,
what they are. I don't know what they do.
definitely. I guess I should check that out.
Hmm. I. If you must.
I must. I can't help myself.
I
This
think you
is good.
can. I don't think your attribute is curiosity, and you're not a creature that is beholden to the consciousness and that of thought and thinking and wonder and mystery and knowledge and understanding. You're,
I'm a leader.
yes. So you're not beholden. There's no must. It's just you really, really want to.
This is true.
Uh,
But I'm also a wanderer, so
so it's a rather than a compulsion. It's a compelling.
yes.
Uh, the distinction is very important, though. But I think you know that.
Yes. I was using more of a turn of phrase.
Oh, yes, that's too, I suppose. See, I don't get a lot of individuals I can speak to who can use a turn of phrase.
This is
I
true.
suppose I'm getting old.
Please, you look not a day over. I'm gonna look him up and down. I'm dead.
Oh, you flattery. Oh, that's good. That was very kind of you. Oh,
Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna head inside.
all right. This individual's kind of sitting on their throne, studying a series of floating words.
Interesting.
I'll make them bigger so you can kind of look.
Do I recognize that language?
Mm-mm. That's not God's tongue.
Interesting. I'll walk in, look at them. Clearly on a throne, so they seem important. Um, small bow. They're not my king, but they are someone of importance, clearly. Or at the very least, I think they are.
Okay. Uh, you could roll a bit of God's tongue to try and figure out the essence of what it is.
I will try. Yeah. Ah, so
Um,
close.
you have kind of a icky feeling about it. It's foreign. It's a foreign object. Its power or its purpose, or the whatever forces those words contain.
Mhm.
More potent and more essential and foundational than God's tongue. But it feels like it doesn't belong here. This individual's studying it, but without touching it. And the throne kind of gets them up to eye level with it.
Interesting. Something foundational, but doesn't belong here. Um, I'm gonna wait for him to be done studying it, and I'm
We'll
going
be
to
there
study
for a
the throne.
while. It doesn't seem to want to interact with you.
Okay. I want to study the throne then. Look around.
I got an idea.
Hmm.
Matt gave me a mind palace power where I can slot things away for a rainy day or they just get forgotten.
Hmm.
A hidden library, per se, of taboo subjects if I need it to be. Let's manifest Ashton Fur's intelligence and use Ashton Fur's power of comprehension, pretty much, what he likes to use all the time, and give it a good study.
Okay. You can roll his celestial designer.
Okay. You only just roll a
Which is
D100 or
no, it's a D100 plus 320. So int plus 320.
Gotcha. So my int plus 40, 320, so 360. Nice.
That is a law.
Life right there. A lie.
That is a law of reality's construction. But it's not from here. This is not one of your world's laws. It belongs somewhere else. And we're talking a law of like gravity or
Gotcha.
space. Like really important stuff. Fortunately, it's not yours because it should be slotted away in its spot. No, this is a very dangerous thing to have floating around in your world because it could also find a home or replace one of your laws with itself.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's why we're gonna slot that away into that place.
Yeah, and this individual is studying it. They also don't feel like they're from here. They feel like they are not like a demon, more like an otherworlder, but they don't have that same construction as the otherworlders do. They're definitely not from here. Yeah. Occasionally, the individual kind of flicks a finger, like a swipe, in certain directions, and part of the word kind of rotates, or the outside framework starts to flare in specific patterns.
Do these
Did you get rejected?
bones look like they're from here?
Yeah.
Okay.
They have just been sandblasted by proximity of this law and whatever this entity is and the power they wield. And occasionally a bone will fall to dust and a new one will flow up from the ground to fill that place.
Interesting. I'm gonna look at this creature and go, what are you doing here?
When it speaks, it's kind of this broken phone call
Mhm.
where you only catch a few words. The 2 words of its response are far and essence.
Our essence.
But it feels like you missed like maybe several sentences worth of words.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. I don't understand. Hmm. I think at this point, you see, like, fully realizing kind of that he can't communicate with us, and not necessarily because he's an idiot or he's slow, but because whatever this is incapable of communicating properly. Um, it's
You know
going
what
to
I
look
could do?
around.
I could make him part of the Bond network. It'd be great.
I think that's a horrible idea.
Hey, at least you get your point across.
No, I think that's a horrible idea to do in the first place. I think that's a bad idea. He's gonna look for a skull at this point. A skull? No. God, what's that? What's that? Oh,
Index finger.
no. The hip bone is connected to the thigh bone, which is a femur.
Matt's writing words down. He's speaking at us. Just know what to do with yourself. But she's so cute.
Yep, those are the words that you pick up. It talks at length. It would probably be just a powerful monologue, but these are the only words you pick up in those orders. You're also not sure the words that you do hear are of the same context. Wherever they're from, they may have a different
Connotation
for them. Just kind of the way the God's Tongue works, it completely changes the entirety of the structure the more you write.
Yeah.
This is kind of like that. And some part of your nuances is almost translating it for you. But you feel kind of a horrid resonance in your crystal core that a lot of the words they speak are not safe to hear, especially in long sentences. Further conversation might bring harm to you.
That's fair. I think at the very least, Itsu's gonna see this and give them another bow out of respect. And
you do know these words are very powerful individually. You have a premonition that they should never be combined. But they can replace God's Tongue words. And it will completely warp and twist and distort the entire structure of the sentence. It has an insidious terrible power. Just inputting a single word into a sentence using God's tongue will do something most wondrous and terrible. But you know these words now.
Yeah.
Just call it Words of the Traveler.
Okay.
You could learn more words, but there would be a price.
No. I don't need to know what the other price is. Eatsley is going to walk out.
Invigorating, wasn't it? Quite the talker.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
That scholarly aspect of me would love to do more. If only I would be able to survive.
Oh, you'd survive. You'd just start losing parts of yourself. Kind of like the bones on that throne. They get worn away at rapid pace due to exposure.
Hmm.
You would be putting yourself in not just proximity, but in contact with whatever those energies are.
I know.
Yes. But I suppose one thing of value you could have from the throne is the bone powder.
Yes.
The ash, actually. You could collect the ash. I'm not sure what it would do, but
I'm not sure what it would do either. But I'd collect some.
well, that would be your thing.
Yep.
This place would be, or you can have one of the bones that I
You
have
can't
here.
just look at me
Oh
like that.
no, unfortunately I can't. The ash is so
Yeah, well said. So,
you know what I mean, right?
no, I don't.
Oh. It's what's the word? Um Tantalizing.
I would use that word. No.
Uh Actually Issa's gonna clarify what he means, because he's gonna use the word tantalizing in the god's tongue. That's not like in a sexual nature, but
Yeah.
it's something that's like you just want to know tantalizing.
It's like,
Like ramen.
and he's like, yeah, that could just be my own traumatic backstory speaking to me. Ash has a different meaning for me. It's lost friends and regrets, mistakes, and darkness that I wish to forget.
That's fair.
Yeah. When you've
You've
seen a
been
continent on fire, the ash takes on a different meaning.
you've been gracious.
Well, it's very kind of you to say. I try to be.
Would you like a chance of redemption?
Oh no, no. I should not be released on the world. I must remain here until I have forgotten everything. I know too much of what things were, and the memories, the imprints in my vessel, will infect your land. Your aether is too pure, too clean, too
Oh,
malleable. So I
right.
would corrupt your pure source.
There is we have a cash out option.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, for all your sins that you've labeled upon yourself, that you have been judged for, you'd be able to. I normally use it as a way of hurting people. Eye for an eye, bone for a bone, a pound of
Oh,
flesh kind of
I
deal.
wouldn't be able to survive my sins. No. They're
True.
magnitude and manifold and all those big words.
Mm, But I could take all your memories.
But where would they go?
They'd be left here.
I don't know. Well, they would be left here, but then they would become essences of their own and use whatever parts are available in this wretched place to form a new vessel. But I would be multitude.
And fragments, higher than the
Uh,
whole.
well, at least I can control those fragments as they're part of a whole. You know, I'm not broken into pieces yet. And I don't know what would result of being broken down and those fragments remaining. Honestly, I don't think your god would let me have such a redemption. Your god actually has responsibility that he actually holds to. He is one of those stickler for the rules, which I appreciate. We killed and ate our gods. that was a big mistake. So let's say I should probably stay here. I really appreciate the offer. I just don't want to be a burden to you and your god. You actually have one that is honorable and actually takes his job seriously.
Understood.
And does not falter. He is a non-corruptible entity, at least not inwardly, but outwardly, well, let's just say I've seen it.
May your redemption be swift.
I don't think it's redemption. It's more of disappearing.
He's just gonna look at them and go, everyone deserves redemption. Pray
From
for
your
forgiveness.
Well, I asked for no forgiveness. I have regrets. But it's one of my major flaws. Let's just say I feel guilt as an echo. I have regrets, but they're hollow. I ask for no redemption, no mercy, no second chance.
Though you deserve one.
Why? I've always wondered that. You say I deserve one, but what qualifies me to deserve such a thing?
Everyone deserves a second chance.
What if I've had several?
Do you think you can be redeemed?
But what does that mean? What does redemption what's the description of that? Because I've heard redeemed, but there's a
The
lot of different
ability,
definitions.
the ability to make up for past sins.
Oh, never. I don't wish for that at all.
You do not wish to make up for your sins?
No, because without my action, we wouldn't be here. The new gods wouldn't have been heralded in. Aether would not have flowed. And this world would not be better than it was. We burned it to the ground and tore open the walls so that we can feast on other realms. And through our greed and hunger, we spelled out our own doom. But it was from that carcass that sprouted new life. New life that was not contaminated by the old. And eventually those open passageways helped distill and remove the contamination and corruption like an extra filter. And those walls mended over time and healed, and then you now have a clean slate. I do not regret my past sins because I am one of the lucky but also cursed few to see what came of it. I'm very pleased, and I wish not to stain that beautiful canvas.
I think once you've fully forgotten all of this, so long as you pray to Ziki,
I pray to no god.
you
Not
will be able
once.
to dance upon that canvas. Maybe you should start. And that's just my
He
opinion.
doesn't. I don't think he likes me. I don't think any of the gods like me because, you know how you have titles?
Yes.
We do too. Let's just say I have some really ugly ones.
That may be. But
One of them is. Yeah.
it is not about likeness, it's about fairness.
You know what? I really appreciate your dogged, commitment. Well, how about this? I hold on, as he kind of flips through some stuff that he has piled up. Once a year, this will have gleaned enough energies from its surroundings to establish a connection. And it'll last for maybe 30 minutes at most. You could use that to chat. I mean, if you leave, we can find a way to leave. Can you leave? I don't know.
I'm sure I can make my way out of here.
Try not to pick up things on the way out. There will be things to tempt you. It's like a curse. You shrug things off getting there, but they weren't really trying to tempt you.
It's the way out.
It's the way out. That's the problem. The further you go out, if you have some sort of escape hatch that your lovely companions have developed or can use, the further you get away from me, back to whence you came when you arrived from the river, the easier it will be to use that.
Understood.
But the further you go, the more tempting it is to just pick up a little thing here or there, if you do want to pick up something, make sure you discard the thing you grabbed. But, yes.
Understood.
Try not to come back here once more than a year, because you need to wash off the corruption that is steeped in your vessels. Because it's there. You can see the miasma rolling off of you.
Understood.
Yes. Try not to expose yourself to aether, or at least aether that is exposed to the environment, like open air. What did we call it? There was a word. Isolate yourself.
Quarantine. Understood.
Oh, that's quarantine. Funny word. Well, I think I've pushed this conversation as long as it can. Darn. You're welcome to stay and chat, but This is not exactly the most picturesque place.
It is not.
No. Nor is it safe. But you knew that, I think. Maybe.
It did not. I just know it could come here, and I had a greetings.
I think someone might have played a trick on you. Because there's another boneyard. It's the honorable resting place of Zeki's most faithful, his servants who wish to be laid to rest. It's a ceremonious honor that you receive one of their bones and become more for it. It's a beautiful constructed graveyard, from what I understand. Each resting place carved out of almost entire pieces of stone, and the stonework is, from what I understand, exquisite. And it is a
Yes.
place of reverence and sacredness. I think you were tricked. This is not the place you actually want to be.
Is it we are both called the Boneyard? If so, I'm gonna have to speak to the ferryman.
Well, ferryman moves things, and in doing so, honestly, I think the boat itself that he has collected is not made from the hands of your god. If I remember correctly, that is an old vessel from before this pantheon, and from before the pantheon before that. So it could be corrupted, or maybe the ferryman has some very dark secrets. Have you ever seen him step off the boat?
No.
Yes. I think he might be someone from here. Well, does he do his job at least?
Yes.
Well, there you have it. I suppose there might have been a behind-the-scenes deal with your god for him to provide services with rules. How fascinating. You know,
Maybe I'm meant to check in on this place.
I think perhaps the ferryman took one look at you and went, maybe you could. Interesting. Well, if he can get a job with your god for some extra perks, so to speak, maybe I could do some scavenging for him. Maybe find some goodies that aren't contaminated, that are clean, and then can pass his way so he can utilize them for his tools of the trade for his most honorable and faithful servants.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'd have to figure out how to beat this place, though, to offload that type of collection without it.
One at a time?
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. You all are each taking one thing, one at a time. Yeah. Regardless.
I'm gonna turn and look at Susie. Susie, you ready?
I have to make an important decision right now. I'm ready to go, but I had an idea.
Those are dangerous.
Something horrible.
Susie's going to use her one bond slot here and use her ability that allows her to get like a spirit guide for her current quest, which is the title quest, Alchemy of the Gods. I figured using it in this place would kind of almost act like the one thing you take. If I did that, or would it just come from the other side home?
Re-explain that to me. Using the bond slot for him?
No, not for him, but for a spirit guide for my Alchemy of the Divine title quest. Remember how I did the same thing for my Catalyzer title?
Yeah, but what would be your spirit guide?
I'm not sure. I just figured if I activated it here, I was wondering if it would take from here.
It might, but he's waxed eloquently and at length how dangerous this place could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what my important decision was. I'm like, should I risk it, or should I just go with this skeleton head of a spider?
You could ask him.
I just don't know what I'd ask, I suppose. Uh, hmm. It's fine, I guess. Let's just go with the spider head. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Did you want to look at the knuckle bones?
Oh no,
In case you saw one you liked.
I can't afford it right now anyway, so.
You can't. No, I mean, very well.
Okay, how about you, Insomnium? You ready?
Yeah.
Well, safe travels. Well, that's not possible here, but I would wish it for you if I still could use wish magic, but that also goes poorly. Sentiments. I wish you well sentiments.
Okay. Now the question is this going to be easy to get to the other side? I'm going to send a well, technically all the other bond members are in that space, and they should work off each other with the mesh to make a stronger signal for us to get back. Do you guys have any other ways to get back?
I know there are other ways to go to the ferryman, or find one of those doors. But I'm not sure if either of you could survive the door. But we could try.
What type of doors? There's all sorts of doors here.
Oh, one of the only important doors to get around. That's also very dangerous. A door that I won't speak of out loud in this place, unless someone else is listening. But I know where all of them are at.
Well, just don't take any strange doors here. There's a lot of them.
To the
Beckoning
ferryman.
you. Yes, to the ferryman. And he scoops up all his stuff and puts it in a big, kind of a big pile. Now stay. As he points at the pile. I'm watching you.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes these things have opinions. Wander off. Oh, if you go now.
Yep. Start walking off.
Right. And you leave the mysterious figure that you never got the name of.
Nope. But I know what he looks like. But also probably doesn't remember his name either, so. Susie. You said you had a way out
Yes.
for us? Or are
Yeah.
you looking for another way out?
Oh no, we could take the ferry, but I feel like I should be fine with all the members over on the other side there. It's just port back.
Okay.
It's a lot stronger now, our bonds. But we should also go with the more logical solution, which is to take the ferry guy back as long as he lets us.
Right. I'm gonna grab the two of you. I have a way out.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to pop back inside then and just follow
No.
you.
Don't do. What? Pop back inside where?
The same way I did before, just inside the inner realm.
Oh,
Just
fair.
didn't go farther away.
All right. In that case, GM,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use an ability I got from the tower.
Ah, gross. Like
yeah.
Tower of the Sun?
Yeah.
Oh.
Go back to a place you've been before?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to go
Good
back
choice.
to the ferryman's entrance. Not to this place, but to the underworld.
Okay. This
Sure,
place
this
is
very
a
much.
bit distorted, though. You will find yourself back to the banks of the boneyard rather than actually the other place you were hoping for. But you do hear a familiar voice. Hi, you're still alive. Wow. Wait, how did you get there? Wait a minute. That was wild. Did you just
Teleport?
teleport?
Yes.
Didn't look like teleporting. It looked really goofy. Like you running backwards.
Well, you look goofy.
How dare you?
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Do take that back.
Mr.
That was so
Mr. Skullman.
I am a very handsome set of bones.
Yes, you are.
Thank you.
But you're still Skullman, because you don't know where the rest of your bones are.
But they're off on vacation. I had to fire some of them, you know.
You don't fire your bones.
Well, they were leaving me anyways.
Well, see, that's the problem. You should have a conversation with your bones and patch things up, because when your own body starts leaving you, it's a problem. You have a problem.
I do have a problem. Wait.
Yeah.
Smell of him. You didn't talk to the weird guy at the end, did you?
What weird guy?
The chatty guy at the end. Gives you free shit for some reason.
Yeah.
Ooh. You know he lies to you, right?
Probably.
Like, I would never believe a word he says. He may mean
So,
well, but
me, we
that
shouldn't
guy
take
is
these things?
pure evil. I just pointing that out. That guy's literally pure evil. Just just heads up. And I'm willing to bet that he does not have a very handsome set of bones. Mm-mm.
No? Well, why don't you go talk to him?
I don't want to talk to that guy.
How do you know
Also,
he doesn't
he
have a
kind of
nice set of
hides
bones?
in that area over there that no one goes to, or shouldn't.
Why shouldn't they go there?
That's where the worst of this place is located. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
river does a really good job of washing shit away. But back there, that's where it sits steeped, tepid, just rotting,
Mm-hmm.
That's where the real waste coagulates and combines, and so the further you go in, the more contaminated it is. I mean, that's why I can literally smell it without even having a nose. You guys
But
stink.
do
Guys are
you
stinky.
have a nose?
No, I'm a skull.
I know. You should get your bones back, man.
I'm trying. They're asking for a raise. I don't have any money.
So, Eatsley, should we throw these things away then?
No.
Okay.
They should be decontaminated first.
Exactly.
How are you going to do that?
Through proper protocol and procedure.
What's that?
I mean, I can't tell you
Why?
because look back at them. You're not really on the short list.
I'm on every short list. I'm like number 1 on all the short lists.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a smaller head.
What? I don't want to be a smaller head. What's wrong with my head?
I mean, it's not the shortest.
Well, I'm just a head. How can there be anything shorter?
Have you ever seen a puppy skull?
Yeah,
It's
very,
smaller
very
than your head.
but it can't talk. It just goes meh, 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 meh. And it wouldn't understand that it's important to be on lists anyways. I'm a list
Anyway.
master.
No, I've actually seen monster dogs talk, though.
But I mean, you were talking about a puppy, a pupper.
Yeah, I mean, they all came out small.
You're just trying to make shit up to disqualify me. Fine, then I'll be the second person on the short list.
I'm gonna take a moment. while they're talking, I'm gonna take a moment. I'm gonna raise my lantern. The Heath lantern.
Yeah.
See if the ferryman will respond to it.
Yeah. Takes a while, but eventually the boat kind of slides by. You've finished your work.
I have.
Well, I can't let you on the boat with those things. They reek of evil.
Mm-mm.
But
Let me see.
you're here now. You must complete the ritual.
And what ritual is that?
The river cleans and washes away. You must clean yourselves and or prizes. Care
Okay.
not, though, to get washed away by the river's currents. Find the shallow waters. Should it rise above your knees, you are doomed.
Understood. Isi will start hunting down for the shallow ends.
Yeah. Okay, what's your methodology here?
Alright, so it says it can't raise above their knees. So I'm
It
gonna
all
get...
looks like rushing river.
Yep, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a bone.
He's gonna start poking around. Hey, no, don't do that. That could be my bone. I don't know.
I'm like, well, see, that's the thing. You should keep an eye on your bones.
They're under new management, okay?
Look, do I just need to assemble you a skeleton?
No, it's gotta be mine, man.
Alright, then go get your bones. You have
not so
fingers.
easy.
Look, you found your fingers.
I found some
Right.
fingers, not all of them.
Right, so you just gotta, like, I don't know, put them on your skull and start using them as wings.
I can't fly. What are you, crazy?
That sounds like somebody who hasn't tried flying yet.
It's. Do you not know about lift and airspeed and aerodynamics and? Why
I
do
also
know these
know.
words?
I also know the speed of an unladen swallow, but you know what? I've also seen skeleton.
Are we talking
flying
European or African swallow?
we're talking about a European swallow.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yes. But here's the thing, though. Like, I've also seen skeleton birds flying around, so...
Well, that's because they're imbued with magic. There's no magic in here.
Well, how do you know? If you don't try.
You just want me to look ridiculous.
That's not true. I'm trying to help you, my good skeleton friend.
Be more accurate to just scuttle around than try and fly. You're trying to trick me.
Then not become a skeleton crab using your hands or fingers. Or your fingers
You
for
can't
legs.
fool me. You can't. I'm untrickable.
You're about to say Skeletor, weren't you?
No. I'm untrickable.
Okay.
Who's Skeletor? Sounds like a lame name.
I mean, don't worry about it.
Oh. Well, now you got me worried about it. Why is it only you that talks? What? You other guys. Is he trying to trick me?
I don't really know you too much, so I can't give you a good estimation. But Eatsley wouldn't want to do that. No.
You know what? I don't believe you. Yeah.
Well, okay.
See ya, team. We're looking for the shallow ends of the river.
I'm gonna have you roll agility, just base agility, because if you poke in the wrong areas, it goes yoink, and you can easily go with it.
Looks like we're gonna change it up a bit. If you need someone else's agility added onto yours, let us know. I got a few more manifests I can.
At some point, you just hear the voice go, "No, that was Larry's bone. That was his leg. Now he'll be one-legged Larry forever."
No one else's leg.
As it was literally ripped out of your hand, pulled into the river. And it's just endless commentary.
Right.
From the disembodied voice. 99% of it is not helpful. But it's entertaining.
Yeah. It's only part of the reason why I banter back at him. But do I not find anything with like a solid 10 degrees of success?
Yeah, you'll find a very, very dangerous, narrow, shallow area. And it goes right up to under your knees.
All right.
Oh boy, is that close. Like uncomfortably close. And the current here is strong, but it's not like gravity of a star strong, like it feels with the rest of the river. Or it's just like, oh, wow, I almost lost my fingers holding onto that. That was pulled out of my hand so quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go in very carefully and wash our objects. Very
Also
importantly,
bathe
ourselves.
yourselves. Yeah.
Yep.
And you actually see this black miasma, almost like dark as ink, flow out of you and the objects.
Mhm.
All right, so agility test. No, strength test to stay there.
So that's for all of
Alright.
us?
Yep. Strength test for everybody. Roll as best as you darn well can.
Strength! I'm gonna manifest Philip's strength.
Now, what's Philip's strength at?
Pretty sure it's his highest stat.
Fair enough.
No idea what Philip's strength is. But mine's at 36, so I figured I'd...
Damn.
Okay, I'm right beside you. I throw you a fate point.
All right.
From Sand Knight. Please re-roll.
One
Or
moment.
if not, if you can't
One
do it
moment.
through Sand Knight, we can do it through Allie.
One moment. That fate point disappears into the river.
Okay,
It's permanently gone.
gotcha.
You'll have to try more. Each time, if you want to use fake currency in the river, it's a 50-50 chance that you lose it.
All
Gotcha.
right.
It's not, and you don't get its use.
GM.
Duh.
I'm gonna retrace my steps.
It almost made me spit my beer. Damn it. You always is like, Jim, I'm gonna do this really, really ridiculous thing, and I'm like, fine, okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna see if the river actually kicks you in the nuts here. You failed by 1 degree.
7.
Nope. You're able to slowly retrace your steps back to the shore. Ooh, that was close.
Ooh, we're good.
You still have to clean the rest of yourself. You haven't finished.
All right. We'll go back in and re-clean ourselves.
Strength test. This time -10.
Can we do a formation maybe to make sure we all get the bonus of the strength?
You feel that you could, but if there's one mistake, you all get pulled in. Like everyone in the network. Oops, sorry.
Okay.
Could be spicy.
Could be
I like
spicy.
it. Let's do it.
Game ends because there's a 100 and no one can re-roll it, and you all TPK to the river of the underworld.
It could happen.
It could happen.
100s are critical successes for me.
Okay. Yeah. Roll again for your object. Actually, no, you don't need to roll for your object. That's already perfectly scoured.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're fine. All right, Easley, you're clean. You can hop on the boat. Injured Susie, you need 2 strength tests. The second one will be at a -10.
Okay.
Injured or insomnia?
Insomnia.
Yep, insomnia. Apologies. Whichever one of you is there. So the second one for you will be at a +10 insomnia. The strength test.
So I'm manifesting Philip's strength.
We have another cheater in our midst. You know, just blatantly cheating his way to victory.
Nice 91, Allie.
He's like, give me the bad rolls. I love it. Nom 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 nom.
Beautiful.
In my belly.
Okay. I don't know what Philip's strength is. I'm just going to roll my strength. There's pass, and there is a failure, maybe, depending on what Philip's strength is.
History, pretty good. Philip has 55 strength.
Okay.
2 naturals.
Okay.
Probably would be a bit higher, but if he continued playing, but
So 55 and 2 is 70, 75 plus 36 is a pass for strength then, right? Because you add the
55 plus 20 because of his unnaturals, yeah. So it'd be 75.
Okay. 75 plus 36.
No, yeah, that'll do it.
Beautiful. Another one of my charges used for manifest.
But hold on.
Okay.
The river is going to try and do something funny. Misses entirely.
Gotcha.
You're good to go.
All right. Hop on the boat.
Y'all on a boat.
Yeah. I'm start getting the fuck out of here.
Duh. Oh, we need the other tokens. Guys. As you are. And replace the old ones. Bloop, bloop. Just hide that one there. Die. Pew. Go on a boat. There you go.
We made it back.
Yeah. Make our way out of the underworld. Work our way up.
Anywhere?
I'm gonna actually ask the ferryman, like, hey, so you know I was wanting to go to the Venerable Hall, right? Like I was told that was called the Boneyards. So why would that one?
I suppose. Well, you should have specified, I think. But that's my mistake, unfortunately, and I apologize. But you seem to be all right. And let's say a bit richer. Maybe not monetarily, but experience.
True. Just out of curiosity, you can be honest with me. I won't be upset. Did you and Zeke put me up to this, or?
Oh no, it was just an earnest mistake.
That's fair.
Ah, but just up. We have arrived. Here you are.
Unload.
Yes. I'll be here if you ever need a ride. Fare thee well.
Fare thee well. So yeah. We are on an adventure.
Yeah, like we're just back in our actual dimension now, or?
Mhm.
Cool. Well, we got a good washing, so that's nice. Haven't experienced that kind of thing before.
Mhm.
And now we have things. Insomnium's gonna spook the fuck out of anybody that sees that mask once they're done with it. And I got a cool mask too that I can wear.
I got some bone dust.
Bone dust from a throne. Sat
Mhm.
by a visitor. I think that should be cool.
Right? I also got to file this paperwork real quick. I'll be right back.
Do you need any information from us?
For what?
Okay.
Oh, that no. I mean, I already have all that written down. But I
Okay.
also need to file the paperwork to make sure that word's never used and logged as such.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't any custom paperwork I needed to fill out.
Be right back. I'm gonna walk inside to our paperwork specialist.
Hmm?
I'm gonna
Oh, you're back.
slam down a bunch of paperwork.
What's all this now?
This is so you have a copy of Forbidden Words.
Good. I like extra copies.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh goodness, that's complicated. Let's not look at that too closely. All right.
Does Apostle Susie need to file any paperwork? As they were there.
No, they can just give you their witness statements on the original.
Understood. Anyways, that'll be all. Good luck. Walk out. And I'm like, Susie, you're good.
He gives you multiple thumbs up.
He kind of cheerfully goes through the paperwork and organizes, and yeah, he's a strange fellow who likes paperwork. Unbelievable.
What a guy.
It's very weird. All right. So I just got to do evolutions at some point.
Mm-hmm.
We can do that before next session.
Yep.
If you want, we can call it a little early here, and then can pick up tomorrow with those evolutions, or next session with those things done, and things will actually start to draw to a close next session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question, GM.
Sure.
Do we have to deal with the thing, the tower? Because that was originally going to be Ogre's thing.
I'm going to try and see if I can find a day in which he's available to handle that. If I can find a day, and then also, you guys are available as well and actually want to play, because I know Johnny's got some tricks that he can use to help Passion Fur. But yeah, we're gonna need to deal with the clock tower. But if it is not possible, I'll just make some rolls for Ash.
Yeah, I guess the question is, with the bonuses we can give him now in his character sheet, is he able to roll it off, I suppose?
Main problem is it doesn't look good for him because the individual who he's fighting, especially in a one-on-one, it's going to be a very difficult fight. Like, stats are better, they've got more skills, their ability to cast magic is absurd, they have time magic and space magic, they have mind manipulation, mirror magic, they know spells that can one-shot you if it even grazes you. Like, it is its own boss, like an endgame boss.
I think the one downside for Ashenfur is he hasn't really done any evolutions like we have.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think he's done an evolution since we left Skyfold.
Yeah, he needs to do several. And the stats on his character sheet are pretty weak for what he needs to do.
Besides his intelligence, that's really the only thing.
Well, let's take a peek. Yeah, 71 int with 1 unnatural, but Fellowship is his better score. It's 82 with 1 unnatural. But the rest, man, he does have, wow, he's actually got some good skills. If he just needs to, he needs those upgrades like you said. He's also going to need to do some prep work because if he walks in without doing some celestial designs, he's gonna have to fight for all the control mechanisms because that's what the battle is. Control. It's a little bit of King of the Hill, along with like area control, and then you also have to collect things faster than the other guy.
Cool.
And it's almost like a series of mini games all wrapped into one, like one Destiny 2 raid. And if we had to batch roll it now, he'd have a 20% chance at each of the stages.
Rough. Okay, that's fair.
But if he builds celestial designs, like objects, those, even if they're one-time use, there's his chance of succeeding, especially if he does some evolutions and has some outside help from you guys, skyrockets. We're talking 55 to 70% chance instead. Mm-hmm. But, his character's a prepper along with bit of a mischief.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. But, if teamwork decides to show up at the doorstep of this boss fight, I think teamwork's going to bludgeon the boss fight over its head. So. But if it's just a solo thing, gosh. Because, he wouldn't have a good chance. But I think if we can find a session that we can host outside of Norm, we could actually wrap up that in one session because I have all the maps ready.
You went through them.
Yeah. Oh no, not the tower. No, I have an entire new set of battle maps for the clock tower fight.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I prepped it because it was a kind of a big thing. Then we just need to do the apostles meeting and then the boss fight. So we got about 3 big ticket items left for the whole campaign.
Allie, do you have any closing statements you want to make before you go?
Objection.
What you got? Did I forget something?
No. Sorry, I was just trying to be funny.
Oh.
Overruled.
Oh no.
Thanks.
What's up, Ellie?
Nothing, and I feel very put on the spot now.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm thinking 3 sessions. They'll probably be high intensity, except for maybe the apostles meeting. But honestly, if we want, we could literally end it next session. Do the meeting, do the boss fight. I'd like to get Ogre in on both of those because he really loves this game, but he needs the money from work. So I'll see if I can work some scheduling magic. If you guys can give me some options as to availability. I know Mr. Char here is got a lot going on. If we give you enough time, do you think you could ask those groups to,
Thursday's actually gonna be a really solid one for me right now because we're having
Thursdays work. Yes. Oh, Thursdays are wide open for me.
Because one of our players is going missing, and we're kind of at a point where we're like, we need all the players right now.
We're also going on vacation soon.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Fuck. We could. Shit, if we could get one day where we just play just the whole day, we can end it there. You guys can go into vacation with the Monster Mayhem module completed.
Sure. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Do you want to plan this? If we can't, we'll just wait until you guys come back from vacation, and I'll have some more answers from Ogre, and I'll have more answers from my schedule. And
yeah, honestly, if we waited until we came back from vacation, I might feel a little more passionate.
Okay, yeah. If that's what you guys kind of want to do, I don't mind that at all.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really want to have everyone there. I don't want to have another Enigma situation. So
yeah, because if we can't get Ogre, I think that last fight's gonna be harder. But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, he's got some hidden trump cards that would be really good for the party and make the boss fight a little less razor thin. Because I put some effort into it, and it's not going to be a walk in the park, despite how strong you guys are. Unless you pull a fast one, I don't know. Banish them to the Shadow Realm.
Right.
It's time to duel, and you're like, oh fuck.
Send them back to the boneyards.
That would be terrifying.
All right. I'm about. Be safe.
Same. All right. Talk to you guys later. Thanks for the session, man.
Yeah, you could challenge the boss fight to Paradox Billiards, Vestroyan Roulette, Fourth Dimensional Hypercube, Chess Strip Poker.
Nah. Yeah. All right. Be safe.
See you guys.